Hey guys, welcome to another review. Welcome to my review for Family Switch. Family Switch stars Emma Myers, Jennifer Garner, and Ed Helms and Rita Moreno from West Side Story. And the movie is directed by Mick G. And this is a Christmas family switch. It's literally called Family Switch. The title says it all. It's during Christmas time. This family, they're not like a family anymore, really. They're just kind of like, do their thing, go to work and all that shit. Their kids, the son's all about technology, the daughter's all about soccer and stuff. They don't understand each other, so they all switch bodies with each other. The daughter and the mother switch bodies. The son and the father switch bodies. And the baby and the dog switch bodies. That makes no sense. It literally makes no sense because the point of the movie, I guess, was like to learn about each other. But a baby and a dog, it's just... I can do maybe an hour-long video of how just awful this movie is and just everything this movie gets wrong. But I have better things to do with my time, so I'm just going to try to get through this as painfully as possible. See, the family, we had a family over and we all wanted to watch a Christmas movie, and people decided on this for some reason. I'm like, can't we just watch Christmas Vacation? It's the best family Christmas movie ever. And it's hilarious. But we put this one on and I was like, okay, I was just expecting a mindless, fun family film. Probably not a great movie, but we'll just have dumb fun with it. No. I was almost taking mental notes of this movie, just like from like the first 10 minutes. I was like, oh my god, this is like horror. This is a special kind of awful. This is like really fucking bad Christmas movies. Like, this is like potential like top 20 worst Christmas movies bad. Like, this is terrible. This movie gets everything wrong. The acting by everyone is so shit. And I know Ed Helms can be very funny and a pretty decent actor, and Jennifer Garner, same with her. Rita Moreno, she has an Oscar for the original West Side Story. Like, these people are very talented. And even Emma Myers was pretty good in the Wednesday show. Like, these people are very talented and capable of playing good characters, but I guess leave it to Mick G to really get shitty performances. The movie is just Freaky Friday, but shittier. It's just a really terrible version of Freaky Friday. It literally is the same movie. Just, you want to watch a movie like this? Watch Freaky Friday. Which version? Both versions. They're both great. The Jodie Foster one and the Lindsay Lohan / Jamie Lee Curtis one. Especially, I'll probably compare this more to the Jamie Lee Curtis Lindsay Lohan one because that's the one I grew up with, and I think it's a really great movie. Everything that movie does right, this movie does wrong. Like, that movie, Freaky Friday, the 2000s one, that is a lot about, like, the likability of these characters. Like, you don't side with each one, the mother and daughter, even though they both are complaining about each other's lives. The daughter thinks the mom doesn't understand her, and the mother doesn't think the daughter understands her, but they don't understand each other, and they both have very stressful lives. They both choose not to see what the real craziness of their lives are. Like, the mother has a lot on her plate, raising two kids as a single mother. She's trying to get married, but the daughter doesn't approve of the husband. She's really in love. She has a whole client list because she's a psychiatrist. She has a lot of stress she has to deal with. And Lindsay Lohan's character, she's being bullied, but the mother chooses not to acknowledge that she's being bullied. She's being bullied by a girl and a teacher that has like a grudge on her for not even a fault of her own, and she wants to be a musician and her mother doesn't support her. There's like these two conflicts they both have, and you understand both characters, and when they switch bodies they learn to understand each other, which makes the movie compelling and enjoyable and funny. And when they playing off each other, when Jamie Lee Curtis is supposed to be Lindsay Lohan, Lindsay Lohan is supposed to be Jamie Lee Curtis, they play it really well. Jamie Lee Curtis plays young very well. When Lindsay Lohan plays an older woman very well. They play it very funny and very... It feels legit and feels real and earned. This one, terrible. These four are so bad in this movie. Like, when they do the switching of the bodies, I never bought it for a second that these people were switched. Like, Jennifer Garner playing the teenage girl, I just didn't buy that this was the teenage girl. And the thing is, Jennifer Garner has played a role like this before in 13 Going on 30, which she was really funny and really good, and she did a very good job. But I don't know what happened, but her playing this teenage daughter was she was one of the worst in this movie. I'm like, there's no way this teenage daughter acts like that and says shit like it was just weird. Ed Helms was no better. He was also pretty bad. The kids weren't that great. I think Emma Myers was probably the one trying the hardest. She had a couple moments that feel a little legit, but the acting between for all four of these performances are so bad. They just don't feel earned, and they just don't feel like that's the dad in that kid's body, that's the mom, that's the daughter, that's the son. It felt like I was just watching grown adults trying to be young and kids trying to be old. It didn't feel like that is actually an older person in that kid's body. I felt like that in Freaky Friday. Like, when you see Jamie Lee Curtis, you felt like that was Lindsay Lohan in Jamie Lee Curtis's body. And vice versa. It felt like, yeah, that's the mom right there. That's the daughter. But this one, it didn't. It just didn't feel earned, and it was really bad. And also, the comedy was so bad. It was like the most juvenile, dumbass shit oh my god, I was like, it's not just like a bad throwaway joke, it's like cringe. Like the comedy made me cringe. I was like, oh, that's bad. That's really bad. And they put some really modernized comedy in this movie, like really, and it's cringe as fuck. And I was like, wow. And the stuff with the baby and the dog was embarrassing. The CGI with the baby and the dog was ridiculous. And the fact that there was no reason why the baby and the dog switch bodies was really stupid. And also the messaging was very confusing, and how they switched bodies was confusing, and just like Freaky Friday was very easy. Like, it was like literally voodoo. It was like this voodoo the girl did at the Chinese restaurant. She does like this like voodoo technique when they open the cookies. This one is like this space-time continuum, like these planets align and through the telescope, and like I was like, what is happening? That is the stupidest. Like, I don't know what they're doing. It's really stupid, and I don't know. It was really, really weird. There's also some really creepy moments in this movie, which I'm not going to get into, but there's some really odd moments, and there are so many opportunities where they could have said a really clever joke. There's some jokes I was thinking in my head when those moments were happening. I'm like, oh, this would be funny if they said that joke, and they don't, and it's ridiculous. And almost the third act of this movie is a direct ripoff of Freaky Friday, even with them playing their instruments, literally like Freaky Friday. I'm like, it's like this movie is trying to be its own thing, but also like, hey, people like Freaky Friday, so let's just do that, but not very good. And I don't know, I don't know what it is about this movie. I just hated watching it. I hated this movie. I don't know. I think people might like it. I think families might enjoy really stupid comedy and get some cheap laughs out of it, but it was bad. It made the story made no fucking sense, and even the ending. Oh my god, the ending was just ridiculous. I'm just like, huh? And I thought they were gonna go a dark way with the ending. Like, they were going to stay in their bodies forever. I'm like, oh, that would be fucked up. And I'm like, oh, that's different. But no. It's not about the telescope. It's about finding about what's inside each other. And I'm like Freaky Friday, okay. Like, you're trying to be different, but it's the same thing. And everything is so forced. Like, how... I like how this whole movie, like, wraps up in a neat bow. And just, like, these people, this family, literally destroys each other's careers and their lives and their popularity in their schools. But for some reason, at the end, everything's all good. The girl gets her soccer scholarship. The mom gets promoted, even though in her logical world, the mother would never get promoted after all that. The dad gets signed. Like, everything is just like the most forced, neat little boy. Everything works out. I'm like, wow, okay, you can't make it too realistic, not everything works out perfectly in the end, but I guess movie magic. But I don't know, I was just annoyed with this movie. Couldn't stand it. What a waste of Rita Moreno. She's actually a funny and talented actress. I don't know why she did this movie, but gotta get that Netflix paycheck. Yeah, this movie sucked ass. Couldn't stand it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give Family Switch 2 out of 10, I guess. Fucking stupid movie. Don't see it. Watch something better on Netflix. So yeah, let me know in the comments section below. Please tell me, what is your favorite movie about body switching? Body switching. I think Freaky Friday might be one of the better ones. That's the ones I'm thinking of. This one is one of the worst. This and The Change Up. But yeah, what is the best and worst movie about body switching? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.